Good morning, pumpers. Oh, I'm tired. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I'm tired. Right now it's about 12 o'clock, 12 in the morning right now. We got two 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 emergency jobs that were added on early in the morning today from last night. Two customers. Well, they're not really emergencies. It's that whole situation kind of where we'll head out to the customer's business, and then for some reason security did not get the memo that we were coming in, so we're not on the list. So basically the pass down didn't go through and job didn't get done. And I believe this particular one we attempted like 3 times and it was the same thing every single time. But I guess this time they're aware that we're coming, so I wasn't supposed to do this, but it ended up on my schedule today in the morning. So I'm gonna do my typical morning routine: get ready, change, go caca, and yeah. So let me get ready, and then I'll catch you guys up right now. I ain't even gonna lie to you guys. 12 o'clock in the freaking morning. It's a garage job, so I need a ladder, and I need my porta-vac, and after that we're going for a pretty long drive. So I don't know, I'm gonna need some snacks, some seeds or something, but we'll figure it out. I got a battery pack. Comes with 3 batteries, and it shows the percentage of the batteries. So that's pretty cool. I'm able to record more without having to stop now that I have 3 extra batteries. So that's cool to have. We're gonna set that aside. And I ain't even gonna lie to you guys, I'm tired today. I'm contemplating life right now. You know those moments where you just like, God damn, I wish I was in bed, sleeping. This is one of those moments. If I get more than like 3 or 4 hours of sleep, I get like really sluggish, like really slow. So I just realized I was not talking to you guys. I don't know if you guys can see me, but yeah, do you guys like go to sleep earlier? Like if you guys are gonna wake up earlier than normal, or do you guys still go to sleep at the same time? I go to sleep at the same time regardless of the time that I'm gonna wake up. I need like a good 3 hours of sleep, and I feel good. I don't need more than that. Anything more than that, I just feel lazy, and I just feel like my day is done with. So let me know in the comments below if you guys switch your schedules depending on what time you're gonna start. I'm curious to find that out. When you wake up this early in the morning and you have a drive that's 30 minutes long, you tend to think a lot. You're just kind of on your own little world. So we are now entering Crack City, where you see night crawlers and some weird stuff. Alright, so we're pulling up to our location right now, and we're gonna try to get a hold of this customer.
Please wait. We are connecting your call. Please wait. We are connecting your call. Please wait. We are connecting your call. Please wait. We are connecting your call.
Hi there, my name's Evan with West Coast Renewables, and I'm here to service a grease trap that's located inside the garage. And just like that, boys, we're in. It's right there. So I gotta get up there and clean this out. So again, I'm gonna sit you guys down, and you guys can see me work. I was hearing people, I thought I was tripping. We have no water. I'm scared of heights. I can barely fucking reach. So we'll see. My SD, I guess, was full, so I don't know how much of that I actually got, but completed it. Grease trap is in really bad shape, and we have like no source of water, so we try to do the best we can when we come to jobs like this, and just try to clean it up as much as we can. There's stuff that are built up on there, more than likely because it's never been really actually cleaned out the way it should be, but it should be good for the next couple of months until the next service. But I would definitely highly recommend that we give ourselves more time, so that way we can go ahead and locate water, even if we have to run over 100 feet of water. We'll do that. But yeah, I put it on the notes that I highly recommend that they get a nice deep cleaning, probably a jetting, just because it's in pretty bad shape. Quite a lot of buildup around the outlet, the inlet, the baffles. It was even hard to just kind of remove all that grease from the baffles itself. So, but yeah, completed that job. Like, I'm scared as heights, and I'm short. So when I come to jobs like this, it's like, dang, I could barely reach the back freaking bolts. So I'm over there stretching. So now my arms stink because you're kind of leaning on the trap itself. So, but yeah, I'm gonna head over to that other job. I believe it's a portable, and you guys will see me use the portable unit for the first time. So I'll see you guys over there. So just spoke with security, and we are not allowed to record here. So I'm just gonna give you guys a quick little rundown of what I grab when I use portable. So quick rundown is I grab my wheels, set my barrel on top of the wheels, I come over here, I grab my vacuum head and that small little 10-foot hose and my water hose, and I just go up and I clean the grease trap like that. So unfortunately I won't be able to show you guys, but that's just kind of like how it goes down. So I'm gonna go do this job, and then I'll catch you guys up when I'm done, and then we're gonna head out for our drive. We're going all the way up north today, so somewhere north. So yeah, so I'll catch you guys a little bit. So this is kind of how it looks right here. So we got our hose to suck, our water hose to clean, vacuum to create suction, and then the barrel to hold it. So Now, let's get to work. Alright, so just finished that job. I'm gonna show you guys what we do when we dump the barrel. So basically what I do is I disconnect my inlet and I connect my little small hose. That way I don't have to unwrap the whole thing just to be able to suck up from 4 feet away. So I disconnect that, I connect my short hose, I put my stinger in there, I suck it out, I clean it, and then that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna see if I can find a place to sit you guys down so you guys can see it. Yeah, so that's what I do. And I just start putting all my equipment away. I felt like my ass was showing there, so I'm gonna fix my pants real quick. That shit ain't for free, you know? We ain't plumbers over here. We got class. I got a legitimate question for you guys. Just because it's kind of annoying. When you guys are installing a sink, or when you guys know that there's a grease strap right there under the sink, why in the fuck do you guys put the damn plumbing centimeters off the lid? You guys do realize that we gotta open the lid and clean the grease trap. Now, I don't know if all my pumpers out there feel the same way, or if go in the comments. All pumpers, go in the comments and let me know if you guys feel the same way. And then plumbers, there's an opportunity for you to kind of defend on why you guys do that. But to our eyes, that's the dumb I don't understand it. Like, do you guys do it on purpose? Like, when you guys start installing it, are you guys like, oh, I'm gonna mess with the guy that needs to clean this grease trap? Because brother, this one right here, I wasn't able to record it, but I had maybe a quarter of an inch to lift the lid up. So I'm over there sitting fighting it. I don't know. Pumpers, let me know in the comments below. Do you guys feel the same way that I do? And then plumbers, please explain why you guys do that. If it's on purpose and just say, hey, we just do it to fuck with you guys, or if there's an actual reason, comment on the bottom. And I genuinely want to know why. It's crazy. Oh, you can kind of tell right there. Not really, but yeah. Anyways, I'm done with this one. Now we're gonna start heading over to our next job, which is it's if I remember correctly, I gotta go all the way to Linwood. You can probably get it. You're scared of what they're gonna tell you? No mames, without me. I spend more time looking for the lights than anything. Come on. It's like sometimes I feel like they do this on purpose. Like, how are we supposed to know how to turn these lights on? Unless it's... Oh wow, it's on the breaker. Right here. So now we gotta turn them on. Sometimes, man. And then here we are. There's our grease trap. Yeah, so sometimes we spend more time looking for the lights than actually doing the job. So I'm gonna set you guys down again. Well, I'm gonna do this job and head on out of here. So just kind of wanted to show you guys exactly. Sometimes we come into these places and we spend sometimes 20 minutes looking for the lights, and it's like only the people that work here would know. So all right, well, I was trying to record this one, but customer literally showed up right on time as the appointment time, and he kind of just kind of waved me down and was a little like rushing, if that makes sense. So I kind of wanted to just do it quick. So I was able to do that in about like 7 minutes, and that's typically what a job would normally take, as long as we're able to get in and out. And what I mean by that is not like not being a new account type of stuff, where we know that we're able to go in, we know where the grease trap's at, we know where the water's at, we know everything about the customer, so that way we're able to just go in and do our job and get out. I just got to the next location. I'm gonna go see if they let me do it early. This appointment is not until like 7, I believe, where it's 6:20 right now. So I'm gonna go see if they can let me do it and I can stay ahead of schedule. Alright, so that took a little bit longer than normal. I was talking to the customer. He didn't really feel comfortable giving me the okay to go ahead and service this grease trap. So just kind of sat there and waited for him to call his manager or the owner to see if we could do it. They are on a monthly service. We're about they're like a week out before the month comes up. So he wanted to make sure and verify that we were allowed to do it, and we got the okay to go ahead and do it. So now it's time for me to go ahead and do my job and go in there and knock it out. So but the owner of the company actually came in, and as I was gonna start doing the job, she asked me if there was any way that well, first she asked me when was the next service, and I told her, and I was like, well, we're actually here early. And she's like, oh, okay. And I was like, yeah, so if you don't want me to do it, that's fine. We don't have to. I mean, we would like to do it just because we want to make sure that she was like, no, you can do it. I just wanted to see if there was any way that we can stick to a specific date. And when we're up north like this, we don't always have somebody up here. So whenever we do get this route, it means that we have quite a bit of jobs up here, so we like to knock them all out. And then once we're up here, we also like to go around to the jobs that are within like a week of needing service, and then just go ahead and knock them out, and then try to put them all in that same sequence if possible. So then she tells me that she wants it in the middle of the month just because it'll make it easier, because they also clean their own grease trap weekly or something like that. So I asked her, and I told her, and I was like, we can do it, we just can't promise you that we'll be able to be here on on that specific day that you want me to, or I can't promise you that we will come back in 5 days when it's actually due. But she was really cool about it, and she was like, no, just go ahead and get it done. And then she kind of started asking me if there's any advice for that smell during the time that we're not servicing it. And I told her that the best thing that I've kind of seen that actually works is coffee. Take some coffee beans and grind them up, and then put it next to the grease trap. I don't know, for some reason that coffee just absorbs that smell, or maybe it's just that the coffee itself, it's really strong. But as soon as you put those coffee beans down, you really don't smell it. Now, could it just possibly be that I've been doing this for too long and I just don't smell grease traps anymore? Probably, but I've advised that to a couple of my customers, and they've actually done it, and it actually works. So I just advised her the same thing, to just go ahead and grind some beans up, put them next to the grease trap, and let the magic work. So yeah, so that's kind of what happens when you come early to certain jobs. They don't freak out, but they kind of start wondering, like, why are we coming so much sooner? And then if they're cool about it and they allow us to explain it instead of just kicking us out, they understand. It's like, oh, I see. So we knocked that job out. We were able to help her out. We gave her some advice, some tips on how to get rid of that smell. We're not getting rid of it, but kind of cover it up for a little bit. And next time we come, we'll ask her if it worked. And yeah, if you guys have any tricks on how to kind of hide or cover up that smell, write at the comments below. Let me know. Maybe I can advise my customers to do this, to do that as well, and see if it works. So any kind of tips or ideas that you guys may have that I can give our customers, write them down, and then obviously I'll look at them and I'll give them a try, and then yeah. So now it's time to go ahead and head over to the next job. This next job is one of those jobs that we need to be there exactly on time. Very, very, very picky about that. So we're gonna go make sure that we get there on time, hopefully even earlier than what we need to, and get the job done. So I'll see you guys over there. So I just got to the next appointment. We're roughly about an hour early, so I'm gonna try to contact her and ask her if we can go ahead and get it done right now, and just go from there. This location has 2 grease traps, so I'm hoping that I'm allowed to, just so I can keep staying ahead. It would be nice if I can keep staying ahead. No answer. So it looks like we're just gonna have to sit here and wait until somebody shows up and allows us in. Oh. All right, quick little update. Haven't really been recording much for the past 3 hours. We went to, well, I just finished servicing a customer right now that rescheduled their appointment. Last time one of the guys came up here because he was supposed to be there between 9 and 10, showed up like at 9:05, and they didn't want service because employees were already coming in. They opened up at 11, so showed up at 7 in the morning, which I'm pretty sure, I think I said it on the last clip I think I recorded, where I was maybe about an hour early. Appointment time this time was between 8 and 9. We showed up at 7. We ended up waiting till 10 o'clock for somebody to show up. And because of that, we end up being almost an hour and a half, 2 hours behind now for our next customer. And it's irritating when that happens, because you denied one of our drivers to do service because employers were already walking around and stuff, or walking in, not even really starting, they're walking in. But then you show up at 10 and everything is okay for me to do service. So that puts us behind, and that's kind of what I mean by those typical, or not typical, but those customers that just kind of want everything their way. It kind of sucks, because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to service my next customers, which kind of sucks because I have to show face and I have to pretty much explain to them why I'm almost 2 hours late. And on top of that, we have an emergency job that we just got, and it's about an hour and a half away from where I'm at right now. All right, so just talked to the customer. Customer wasn't very happy about it, but after talking with him and kind of explaining the situation, he was pretty cool about it, and he's allowing us to do the service. So we're gonna go ahead and continue on with our day. I'm gonna go ahead and service this grease trap real quick, and then head over to Monroe, finish that job, and then head over to that emergency job. All right, customer is happy, customer is satisfied that we got the job done. Now we're heading over to Monroe to take care of that job. It's a 35-minute drive from here, and then after that we'll head over to that emergency job in Tacoma, and I'll show you kind of how we go about emergency jobs, depending on what they tell us, if they're overflowing or if their sink is just not draining, or whatever the case is. We'll kind of diagnose it as we get there, when we get there, and then kind of what we do to handle these emergency jobs. But for right now, I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy this 30-minute drive, listen to some music, and eat some snacks. Got Doritos, and I got Lay's with water. My energy drink, I already finished it. Right now it's 10:40. I've been out since 12:30. So it's looking like a very long day for me today, but it is what it is. If you don't want to look at the price tag, don't look at the clock. So let's get this money. For all my drivers, whether you go cross state or you're local, whatever the case is, but when you guys are driving and you guys are like tired, what do you guys like to do to kind of stay awake? I hear a lot of people like to eat seeds and stuff, and that helps. I tried it and it does help, but I'm curious to see what other drivers do. So if you guys have any ideas of what you guys do when you guys are driving and you guys are feeling tired, what do you guys do? Just comment down below and let me know. I like to see and check them out and see what I can do to stay up sometimes, because sometimes it's driving, especially when you're stuck in traffic, it kicks your ass. So we just finished our last job right here in Monroe, and now we're gonna head over to Tacoma to take care of that emergency job that we got. This one was pretty cool, pretty easy. Just coming to the back of the building, the door's already open for you, and the trap is literally as soon as you open the door. It's nice when you always use less hose. The less amount of hose you use, the faster the truck sucks. So it was nice to finish this job quick and easy, since I have a pretty long drive back to Tacoma. I'll tell you guys exactly how long it's gonna take me to get there. I'm guessing maybe like 50 minutes. Let me see. Oh dang, an hour and 20 minutes. So I guess I'm gonna enjoy this hour and 20-minute drive and get this emergency job done. So if I see anything cool, any kind of scenery or anything like that, I'll record, but other than that, it's just gonna be me driving. So I'll catch you guys on that emergency job. Well, they just added another emergency job in Tacoma that we gotta go take care of. So it just kind of just goes to show you guys, when you're a pumper, you know, I was supposed to be done after this job that I just finished and just go straight to the shop and get to the shop around like 12:30, and then they added that emergency job, and then I just noticed on my schedule that I have another emergency job. So I called dispatch to make sure that it was correct, because sometimes they'll be like moving they'll be moving job sites around just to kind of get it out the way until they find the right spot for it. So I called him just to make sure, and he was like, yep, I sure did. So, but I know this customer, and I was kind of concerned about the parking around this time, because they do service breakfast, lunch, and dinner type of stuff. But I guess they're working on the building, so there will be parking for me. So instead of getting to the shop around 12:30 today, I'll probably be getting at the shop around like 2:30, 3 o'clock. Alright, so we made it to the emergency job. I was just talking to the customer right now, and it seems like their sinks were overflowing, which kind of indicates that there's some kind of clog on the inlet. So we're gonna go and clean it out, check the inlet, check the outlet, just to make sure that everything is good, and do what we can while we're here. So I'm gonna bring you guys with me and check it out, see what I do with emergency jobs like this. Go ahead and this causes a big problem. This creates like some kind of like nice. I don't know how much of that got recorded. I hope a lot of it did, but we were able to unclog their inlet and did a flow test. Basically what that is you kind of allowed them to drain the sinks and make sure that it's coming out of the inlet how it should, and make sure that it's exiting the outlet how it should. And that's basically what I did after I cleaned it. After I took all the baffles, I cleaned the inlet and the outlet. I put pretty much everything back together. I asked them to drain the sink, make sure that it's coming out, and then make sure that it's going out. I did notice though that when they dumped their sink that they had full, it was too much water for that grease trap, so it kind of got full too fast, and then it got to the point where luckily it was already drained, and I was there with my hose, so I was able to kind of suck it up. But after that, I took the baffle out of the inlet, or sorry, the outlet, to make sure that it was flowing out, and we had a good positive flow going out from the outlet and the inlet. So that's pretty much how we take care of emergencies in this situation. That's what it was. They told me that the sinks were overflowing, so I figured that it was the inlet, which it was. So we unclogged it, we got them going, but I did suggest that they might want to get a bigger trap just so it can handle all of those three sinks at the same time, so people can wash dishes while also draining a sink. So they're all good, set to go, and now we're gonna head over to our other emergency job. I just reached out to the customer. I let him know that I'm about 10-15 minutes away. He gave me the okay to go ahead and park in the alleyway and knock that one out. So not 100% sure if that one's an actual emergency. It looks like they're going through some construction and they would like to get it pumped out sooner than later. So we're just gonna go ahead, pump it out, clean it out, so that way they can do their construction. You guys remember yesterday when I was talking to you guys about Seattle weather? This is what I mean. Yesterday was crazy as we started getting rained on in the morning, then we get a nice clear day with sun's coming out, it's looking like it's gonna be nice and warm, and then we just get poured on again, and then it gets clear, and then it starts raining, and then it tells us it's gonna rain all day today, and then look at this. It's a beautiful freaking day. Nobody understands Washington, man. I want to get out of this state so bad. This weather is just not it. Raining one day, pouring rain, sun. You don't know what to do with your life here in this state. You don't know if you can go enjoy the beach or freaking sit in your house because it's pouring rain. It's annoying. But for right now, I am gonna enjoy this sun. I'm gonna enjoy this nice weather, have my windows down, and get the last job done, man. Last job of the day. I'm excited. I've been out since 12:30, and we were actually able to complete every single job except for one. It was a little bit out of the way, and by the time we would have gotten to them after the whole incident with that one customer, they would have had their doors open to the customers, and we gave them a call and they were like, no, we would just like to reschedule. So we went ahead and rescheduled them for another time. So other than that, we successfully cleaned every trap that we were scheduled today, plus some. So overall, a good day. But I'll catch you guys at the shop. More than likely my battery's about to die, so